we finally see the Spaniards coming up against Costa Rica.
I was absolutely mesmerized by their passing. You could ask people in the control room. I was having an orgasm in there. I thought I was watching Manchester City.
Oh, God, that's a really tight space over there in our control room.
And when you take a step back and you think about the fact that 15 players mutinied, 3 came back. Of the 12 that didn't, included in that is Sariegi, who was their leading scorer in qualifying, Patricia Guijara, who just scored 2 goals for Barcelona in the Champions League final, Mapi Leon, arguably their best defender, Sandra Pan is their starting goalkeeper. So the caliber of players they're without. And then Alexia Putellas, the best player in the world, is injured to the point where she wasn't able to start. And yet they still have enough talent to be one of the 3 or 4 best teams in this tournament. It is astonishing how much talent they've amassed in a short period of time here. It makes me think that had there not been any injuries and had there not been a mutiny, they would have clearly arrived at this tournament as co-favorites alongside the United States.
So do you think that they've gotten over the hump? Because last time we saw Spain, there was this, I think, collective, and I think you would share this view, that they were not quite ready for prime time. The possession or the intent to have that possession was there. And now you're telling me that you're seeing a possession with purpose.
No, there were some worrying signs in that regard tonight. They had over 40 shots. This should have been a U.S.-Thailand scenario. There should have been like 13-0. It was only 3-0. And so it goes to show you there's still an issue there. You go back to the Euros against England. They played against a healthy England team in England and played them off the park for 80 minutes. That game shouldn't have even been close, but they let England hang around. England nicked an equalizer late, ended up advancing. And so that is a potential problem for Spain down the road.
Yeah, I think Danielle Slayton, I was watching the game and she was doing it. I think at one point she said, you know, if there is a critique and a criticism, it's that there is still a lack of ruthlessness, either individual up top or collectively in terms of putting the ball in the back of the net. And it's interesting that you used orgasm, because there are those that would say that it's, you know, just kind of a sitting around pleasuring yourself type of scenario when you're watching these teams that just put passes and passes and passes. And not for nothing, but this is nothing new when it comes to Spain. So they are, in essence, kind of living the history and the culture and the style and the ideal of Spain. But you were, I guess, were you just amazed at their ability to do it, or are you just mesmerized when people are able to keep the ball?
It's just so silky smooth, some of the passing movements, the combinations. I've never seen that before in the women's game. I think they're really, this is like women's soccer 2.0. They're elevating it to a different place.